It's fun to open up those presents on Hanukkah nights or Christmas Day, but what about all that's left behind? I promise I'm not going to be a downer the entire time during this segment, but the volume of household waste in the United States increases about 25% between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. That's about 1 million extra tons of waste, and it's definitely worth thinking about. Anna Sawurniak, Outreach Coordinator from WM, joins me now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Kelly, for having me. I'm really excited to talk about sustainability during the holidays today and why it's so important for people to dispose of their materials correctly.
Okay, and we got to start with that. Why is going green, especially during this time, so important?
Well, as you mentioned before, there's a lot of waste generated during the holiday season. It's a time to be merry and bright, and we want to celebrate with friends and family, and we want to give gifts, we want to decorate, but of course, all that fun can lead to a lot of waste. So in order to be more sustainable, we'll be here talking about some tips of what to do with your items. At WM, we're always looking for a sustainable tomorrow, and today we're here to advise people how to do that.
And we're going to do that right now with some specific tips. We're starting with to-go cups. I'm very familiar with this, getting my coffee. What can you tell me about them?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. So to-go cups are now accepted for recycling all across the United States by WM. And so please place any hot or cold coffee cups you might get, to-go cups, into the recycling bin and not the garbage.
Okay, and the new recycling facilities also play a big role in this too, right?
That's right. At WM, we've invested over $1 billion in recycling infrastructure in North America to help recyclables reach their end markets. And so now our facilities in the region are equipped with state-of-the-art equipment that can help sort the materials and get those to-go cups recycled.
Okay, so all of those can go in the recycle bin.
That's right. Paper and plastic polypropylene to-go cups can go into the recycling bin.
Ooh, okay. And I want to also dive into some common holiday items that people get rid of, and we don't always know what we're supposed to do with it. Christmas trees, live and artificial.
Great question. Trees are a big part of the holidays for many families. If you have a real tree, make sure you're removing any decorations, any lights, and reusing those for next year, and then placing that tree into the compost cart for compost. So if you have a fake tree, you can always reuse that next year. But if you're done with it, feel free to donate it at a local thrift shop or give it away to your neighbor through a Buy Nothing Facebook page.
Ooh, that's all smart. Okay, and we're gonna talk next about gift wrapping, giving, lots of packages. I'm one of those people that gets a little too many deliveries over to my house. So what can you tell me here?
Absolutely. So the easiest way to be sustainable during the holidays is to pay attention to your material as you unwrap the gifts. So when you unwrap those gifts, make sure the wrapping paper ends up in the recycling bin. Any paper bags can go in the recycling bin. You can also reuse any bows, any ribbons, any items like that, or any plastic bags. But if you can't reuse it or recycle it, we ask that glittery, foily, sparkly packaging, that should go into the garbage. You mentioned mailing as well. A lot of packages come in the mail. And so what to do about those boxes and those plastic mailers? Please flatten your cardboard, place it in the recycling bin once it's been used, or reuse it for next year. And for the plastic mailers, anything that looks like this or like this and has the bubbles, please place those in the garbage. They do not belong in the recycling bin.
Oh, good to know. Okay. All great tips. We're also moving to something I know a lot of people are putting up right now, if they haven't already, lights. So what do you do with the string lights? And you have an example here too.
Yes, so when you're taking down your tree or your decorations, you might come up with some of these. And these are basically any wiring, lights, maybe some electronic cords. Those should go into the garbage and never in your recycling container. But there is King County's Green Holidays website that offers some drop-off locations if you'd like to get them recycled.
Ooh, okay, so what are your final tips for going green at the holidays?
Well, One awesome way to celebrate the holidays is by giving the gift of an experience. You can think about things that are outside of the box, right? So activities, memberships, classes. You might be able to gift something, a membership to a museum, for example, or maybe it's a painting class. So I would highly recommend giving the gift of experience to spread that joy and fun in the holiday season. And if that's not a good fit, always try homemade gifts. So DIY ornaments, soaps, pictures, those are always appreciated.
Oh, I'm all about giving experiences, and I think that's one of the best things to receive. So I love that tip. Thank you so much for all of these tips this holiday season to make us all think a little more about the waste that we're contributing.
Of course. Thank you so much for your time today, Kelly. If there are any other questions, folks can go to WMNorthwest.com. That's their #1 resource for garbage, recycling, and compost.
Amazing. And as you just mentioned, there it is, WMNorthwest.com. You see it right there on your screen. That's your #1 resource for local recycling, compost, and garbage guidelines.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by WM.